It's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam. So we're going to kick things off with the JCB Racing competition. This is a timed contest, which means it's the driver in their Monster Jam truck in a race against the clock and the other competitors. Each one of our drivers will have one opportunity and one opportunity only out on the track to turn in their best time. After all 8 have been given that opportunity, the driver with the fastest time will be crowned your racing winner, and they will receive the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. So, who's ready for JCB Racing? Coming up first from Clarion, Pennsylvania, it's Tony Oaks, Thunder Roris. Make some noise for Thunder Roris. A great start to the proceedings for Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Take a look up at the video board. The time is official, 10.133 seconds. That is your time to beat. Coming up next from Mooresville, North Carolina, it's Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. Make some noise for El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco's time, also official, 11.873. A good time, but not quite fast enough. Time to beat will still belong to Thunder Roris. Coming up next, representing Rockport, Texas, Alex Martin, Just Get Her Done 2. Keep it going for Just Get Her Done 2. Earlier this afternoon, Alex Barden slipped up around the turn pole, and that cost him precious seconds. Here today, a much smoother pass, enough for second place, 11.474. But your time to beat still belongs to Thunder Roris and Tony Oaks. From Oskaloosa, Iowa, it's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Keep it going for Gravedigger. For everybody watching at home on YouTube Live, do not attempt to adjust your sets. The time is official, 9.491, new fastest time of the weekend as Gravedigger and Tyler Menninga takes over that top spot. Meanwhile, coming up next, racing out of Osteen, Florida, it's Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Keep it going for Kraken. A great pass and a very good time. Good enough for third place, as a matter of fact, right now, 10.259 with Kraken. He did crush the turn pole. However, since it was once his race pass was over, there is no penalty. It is a clean pass. Were he to crush that turn pole during the turn, during the race pass, he would have been assessed a 5-second penalty. But once again, it is a clean pass to the tune of 10.259 for Kraken. Coming up next, racing out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Brandon Telechka, Megalodon. Keep it going for Megalodon. Once again, the time is official. Another smooth pass, but still not nearly fast enough to take that top spot away from Gravedigger. It is a 10.445 for Megalodon. Fourth place for now. Just two competitors remain here in JCB Racing. Up first from Orlando, Florida, Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Make some noise for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. .454 seconds is the time for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She will slide into fifth place, pushing down Just Get Her Done 2 and El Toro Loco. Your final competitor is out on the track, also from Osteen, Florida. It's Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Keep it going for Excalibur. I've been given word by the Monster Jam officials that the time for Excalibur is indeed official. A great time, second place, but it is not quite enough. That means your winner of JCB Racing for the second time today is Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Tyler, another sub 10 seconds here for you. The track, you must be really loving this track.
Yeah, you know what? This dirt is right up my alley. I love being on dirt like this. And, man, this dirt crew does an awesome job laying the dirt out for the track, man. I'm having a blast so far here tonight. I got a question, though. Duluth, are you guys having fun at Monster Jam so far tonight?
You are a world champion in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. That is one of your favorite competitions. The dirt seems like it is really attached to your tires. What are you going to throw down, or you got some special tricks up your sleeve?
Yeah, you know what? I'm really fired up right now after that racing win. But let me tell you guys one thing. You know what's going to fire me up even more? I'm going to try something new right here in Duluth. I want you guys, every time that black and green truck starts up and gets ready to hit the floor, I want to hear you guys chanting, Gravedigger! Gravedigger! Let me hear it once. Gravedigger! As loud as you can, Duluth. I want you guys to pump me up. The skills challenge is next. Buckle your seatbelts.
Congratulations once again to our first winner of the evening. He makes it 2 out of 2 on a Saturday in the racing competition. Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger captures racing competition win number 30 on the year, going back to the start of January. Let's take an early look at the BKT overall event standings. And of course, with that win, you're going to find Gravedigger right at the top with 8 points. He is followed by Excalibur with 7, rounding out the top 3. Thunder Roris and Tony Oaks with 6. Then it's Kraken with 5 points, Megalodon with 4. And in our bottom 3 with a little bit more work to do, it's Monster Mutt Dalmatian with 3 points, Just Get Her Done 2 with 2 points, and El Toro Loco with 1 point. But still, plenty of points up for grabs. Anybody can walk away with that overall event championship. Coming up next, we are going to get a look at the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. This is where you're going to see some of the most technical moves in our sport put on full display. You might see things like poppers, stoppies, nose wheelies, moonwalks. You may even see a move that you have never seen before. Our competitors have 2 attempts to impress you with their best 2-wheel trick. And your thoughts are the only ones that matter because you will decide the winner at judgeszone.com. More on that in a moment. But coming up next, it is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge.
Well, I'm hanging out with my new friend Milana, and we are going to do Monster Jam trivia. We're going to look at the video board, and we're going to see a trivia question. Do you think you're ready?
Yeah.
You are ready. She's pumped. All right, let's take a look at the video board for the trivia question.
I'm Tyler Menega, driver of the Gravedigger Monster Jam truck. It's time to play some Gravedigger trivia. What year did Gravedigger debut? Is it A, 1965, B, 1982, C, 1987, or D, 2015?
That is a pretty hard one. I don't know. What do you think, Duluth? What do you think is the answer? A, I see some A's. C, she said C. Okay, what do you think is it?
B.
B, 1982. Let's see if she's right. The answer is
Gravediggers been in the competition since 1982.
B, 1982. Guess what you just won? You won 4 tickets to Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. You're going to the circus February 21st next year. You got 4 tickets. Congratulations.
Coming up next, it is the aforementioned Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. And like I said before, this competition and the rest of the competitions are all in your hands at judgeszone.com. So take out your smartphones, head on over to judgeszone.com, use the event code DUL for Duluth. When the run is over and you see the ribbon boards around the arena go red, that'll tell you it is time to lock in your scores, but make sure that you are working quickly because you have just 20 seconds from the end of the run to click submit. That said, who's ready for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge? Kicking us off is Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. Time to get those scores locked in. Our first competitor here of the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. You can see Those 2 attempts on the super glue glued to the action replay. That second attempt, though, probably the biggest highlight there of the 2 attempts.
What a run. What a way to start things off for Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco. We saw what she's capable of, and now we're about to find out what all of you in the stands are capable of at judgeszone.com. Remember, the more people that lock in those scores, the more accurate and the more fair those scores become. Let's see what you came up with to start things off for El Toro Loco. 7.910. What a great way to open up the competition. That is your score to beat. Coming up next, it's Alex Barty, Just Get Her Done 2.
Give it up to Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. You have about 11 seconds left now on the clock to get those scores locked in. You can take a look at that replay to help you get those scores locked in accurately and fairly. And don't forget, you must click submit to lock in that score at judgeszone.com. You can also use the QR code when it's up on the video board as well.
All told, a pretty good run, but the highlight definitely that first attempt as he goes to the log stack for that forward popper. Second attempt couldn't quite get the vertical position he was looking for, but let's see your scores from judgeszone.com. 4.698. That is enough for second place for now, but your score to beat is still with El Toro Loco. Up next, Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Let's show some love to Logan Ashline and Monster Dalmatian. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Scoring is officially open there as we see her 2 attempts there up on the video board, brought to you by the original Super Glue. You've got about 4 seconds left there at judgeszone.com. Make sure you get those scores in.
A great look inside the cab of the big dog as Logan Ashline pops out. Another good run from start to finish, really taking advantage of that log stack with the forward popper. Second attempt, also not everything she wanted, but she's able to stay with enough balance to get a little bit more vertical position. Either way, let's see what you came up with from judgeszone.com. 6.051. She will take over second place, but your score to beat will continue to belong to El Toro Loco. Here comes Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon. And the crowd goes crazy in Duluth. What 2 amazing attempts, John, we just saw from Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon. The first attempt, he took Megalodon for a walk, and then we saw the bicycle into the sidewall donut, up into the save, back on all fours.
Now seems like a good time to remind UK and everybody here that I did pick Brandon Toluchka to win the overall event championship earlier during trackside. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. So, in all seriousness, El Toro Loco with your score to beat, 7.910. Your score for Megalodon is... new leader, Brandon Toluchka. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. The picture perfect sidewall donut. I did not think that I would see one of those here today. And between this afternoon and tonight, we have already seen 2 of them. One from Gravedigger and now one from Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon as he jumps into your top spot with a 9.694. And look who is coming up next. And he had a front row seat for that entire run, the former two-wheel world champion, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Make some noise for Gravedigger. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when the pressure is on. Earlier this afternoon, Tyler Menninga came out and executed that sidewall donut to absolute perfection. He was able to win the two-wheel skills challenge by doing so. But here, faced with a similar move, he had to come out and try to show that he could do it even better. And he winds up on his side. Sometimes that's how it happens at Monster Jam. Let's take a look at your scores from judgeszone.com. Wow, 2.733. I am not sure that I have ever seen a score that low in the career of Tyler Menninga. Score to beat, still Megalodon.
I'm hanging out up here with my buddy, and we're going to play the helmet shuffle. What we're going to do is we're going to hide a trophy underneath the helmets, and you have to pick which helmet you think the trophy is hidden under. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay, he's confident. He is ready to go. And, of course, all of you can help him out. All right, let's see the helmets. They are shuffling around. There they go. I think I already lost it. I don't know. What is the answer? Okay, one. Everyone's saying one. One. Okay, I don't see anything but ones. What do you think it is? Do you think it's one, too?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go with one. Let's see if it's one. It's not two, so it's one or three. It's one! Nice job! Listen, I heard you're an El Toro Loco fan, so you are going to go home with the Truckin' Pals El Toro Loco plush truck. And of course, you can grab yours up on the concourse right now.
Still 3 competitors left here in the two-wheel scales challenge. First of them, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. Nick Pagliarulo just playing around with the steering wheel. He's got the vertical position locked in.
Give it up for Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken! You see that very first attempt, though, riding it on the back wheelie bar, and then, like John said, waving to the crowd there on those front tires, balancing it out, and then the bicycle attempt there on the second attempt. It is time to see what those scores will be from you, the fans.
It was a very good bicycle in that second attempt and a great run from start to finish, but it just goes to show you how difficult it is to throw that Monster Jam truck off its center of gravity and then try to recenter it. You're basically inducing a rollover before letting the truck settle back on all four tires. Let's see what you came up with here for Kraken. 6.432. That is third place for now. Up next, Tony Oaks, Thunder Roaris.
Give it up for Tony Oaks, Thunder Roaris. This is some tough competition here. What the attempt there from Tony Oaks and Thunder Roaris. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. You've got about 5 seconds left.
Nice ovation right there for Tony Oaks. Well deserved as well. Not one, but two different combinations, basically squeezing 4 attempts out of 2 attempts. Exactly what you would want to do, but he is dealing with a big number, a 9.694. Your score for Thunder Roaris is 9.280. Even Tony Oaks can shrug and say, you know what? Not bad. That is a run and a score that he can be proud of. Second place. Take a quick look there at the super glue glued to the action replay. Both combinations coming off of the stoppie and the nose wheelie. And then right here, able to flip that 12,000 pounds around and drive it off on the rear tires. Still one competitor left. But right now, Megalodon holding on to that top spot. And here he comes, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur.
Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Our final competitor here of the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. And now it is time for you to crown a winner using judgeszone.com. Get those scores locked in. Get those scores locked in right now.
Of course, that means it's going to come down to Excalibur and Megalodon, the two trucks parked side by side along the wall. Good run, but will it be enough to take Brandon Toluchka out of that top spot? Let's find out. Not nearly enough. 5.174, and that means that your winner is Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon. What a run for that man right there. Second competition win of the day. None bigger than the one right here from Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Brandon, you took some big risks here in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. You paid off, and you got the W. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, man, that is absolutely awesome out there, but I can't thank this guy right here. He's juggling 2 different companies. You know, we go back home. During the week, we work sewer and water construction. He's there doing the bids. He's doing all the paperwork. He's there putting pipe in the ground. We're out here, you know, having fun, doing what we love for you awesome fans. Just big props to this guy here for not only letting me use his fire suit, but letting us beat on his Monster Jam trucks.
And speaking of this guy, this is your father, Mitch Toluchka, your second generation. I mean, how proud of you are you of this guy right here?
Oh, it's awesome to be here and with my kids and stuff like that, but watching the skills they have, the level that I would never have, but it is pretty cool to be here with Monster Jam and my kids.
Awesome to see that bicycle into the sidewall donut. We've got a lot more Monster Jam, though. The momentum is on your side as we move in to the second half. So how do you feel? We got donuts, we got free.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. That shark there loves chasing its fins. You know, my sister named that thing Finny for nothing. That thing will spin right on like a top. But I tell you what, we're ready for donuts, we're ready for freestyle. As long as you guys get crazy wild, we're going to get crazy wild in the Monster Jam trucks.
Congratulations to you. Let's make some noise for your Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge winner right here, Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
As we all stare at that replay just one more time here tonight, not just the fans in Duluth, but the fans watching at home on YouTube Live as well. Congratulations goes out to Brendan, of course, and the entire Toluchka family working hard, coming out here for big-time wins just like that. Right now, we have reached halftime. This is the perfect time for you to get up, stretch your legs, walk around the concourse, maybe even check out an official Monster Jam merchandise stand. But don't go too far. We're coming right back with more Monster Jam.
I feel so
Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break from those Monster Jam trucks and turn our attention to the high-flying superstars of USFMX. Some of the best freestyle motocross riders in the world brought right here to Duluth, Georgia.
Our 4 freestyle motocross riders are going to take to the sky in 4 practice ramp tests, ramp to ramp. Keep in mind that these ramps are 70 to 75 feet spread apart, and our riders can get about 40 to 40 feet high in the air. You're going to want to take pictures, you're going to want to take videos, you're going to want to use that hashtag Monster Jam. We are going to welcome our first rider up, Brendan Reardon. Let's make some noise for our second rider. Give it up for Brett Schwalm. Let's hear it for our third rider. Get loud for Greg Duffy. And our last rider up, please welcome TJ Tiffany. Brendan Reardon coming back around right now. Continuing to test the ramps here from Jacksonville, Florida. Brett Schwalm from Richmond, Pennsylvania. Greg Duffy from Graysonville, Maryland. And TJ Tiffany coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Brendan Reardon with 24 years of riding experience and was a gold medalist in the ISDE. Brett Schwalm has 20 years of riding experience, toured in Japan and all over the world. And we got Greg Duffy, the only person to do a double front flip, and was a veteran Race Pro National. TJ Tiffany celebrating his 10th year. And he did stunts in Endgames, Bad Boys 3, movies, televisions, Netflix. These riders are gonna come back around one last time here before we get into our best trick competition. Duluth, keep the energy up here for our freestyle motocross riders. Georgia, let's hear it for Team USFMX. All right, we're gonna get now into the best trick competition, and this is where our riders have one attempt to throw down their sickest trick, and you, the fans, will be using judgeszone.com just like you've been doing for our Monster Jam drivers. You'll still have 20 seconds to lock in your score at judgeszone.com, and tonight you will crown a winner here in event number 2. All right, guys, ready? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody's got a thumbs up. Duluth, are you ready?
You sound ready to me, so let's get underway with Brendan Reardon. That's the energy that we're looking for, Duluth, for each and every single one of these riders. They get one shot only. No do-overs, no mulligans. And once they hit that black run-up tarp, you have to start to get loud, so let's make some noise!
Let's hear it for Brendan Reardon, showing off the cliffhanger move. You can see that super glue glued to the action replay there, the extension, using his feet on the handlebars. That is called the cliffhanger. It's time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. What do you think about that attempt? That was wild. That was crazy. Scores are locked in, John.
Turn our attention to the video board. There it is, 7.509. A great way to start things off. There's your score to beat with Brendan Reardon. Coming up next, it's Brett Schwalm. All right, Duluth, you know what you've got to do. You've got to get on the side of all 4 of these riders, because the louder you get, the bigger they will go. It'll push them to fly higher. What do you say? Let's make some noise!
Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Schwalm. His attempt there was called the exotic. Was it crazy enough? Was it wild enough? Was it better than Brendan Reardon's cliffhanger move? There it is, up on the video board, brought to you by the original super glue, glued to the action replay. And speaking of action, get those scores locked in right now at judgeszone.com.
Right on cue, scores are locked in. Brendan Reardon saying it's not better. Let's see what the fans thought. 7.509 is the score to beat. Your score for Brett Schwalm is close, but not quite enough. 7.308. Brendan Reardon will stay in your top spot. Coming up next, Greg Duffy. Those throttle pops, once they rev that throttle, that means they want you on their side. 2 riders have gone, just 2 more remain, which means just 2 attempts before we crown a best trick winner. What do you say, Duluth? Can you get loud?
Greg Duffy, ladies and gentlemen, with the double grab heart attack. Now it is time for you to decide if that was the move right there, the extension, flying through the sky, kind of like Superman there. Is it enough to take the lead? Is it enough to maybe be the winner here in event number 2? We're going to find out here in just a moment as your scores are about to be locked in.
Turn our attention to the video board and your scores. Remind everybody once again, 7.509 is the score to beat. Your score for Greg Duffy is 8.979. He will take over that top spot with just 1 competitor remaining. Looking to win the best trick competition for the 2nd time here on a Saturday. It's TJ Tiffany. TJ working both sides of the crowd. Trying to get the crowd on his side, no doubt, but it's going to come down to which trick he is able to pull off. 8.979 is a good score. He's getting ready to run up. Duluth, if you want to see him go big, get loud.
Give it up for TJ Tiffany. We call that move the rock solid, and it was a solid attempt there for sure. Time to get those scores locked in as we take a look at the replay in slow motion. Flying through the sky, literally no hands for a split second there off the seat. Scores are locked in. Will it be enough?
8.979 is the score to beat. Your score for TJ Tiffany is new leader, winner, 2 in a row for TJ Tiffany.
A huge congratulations to TJ Tiffany. He is our best trick competition winner. But before we talk to him, would you like to see some more freestyle motocross? We're going to have our riders take to the sky 3 more times in what we call a Monster Jam train, where they're going to go back to back to back to back. And all of you need to get as loud as you can. So the entire arena rumbles. So that all of Atlanta rumbles. All of the entire state of Georgia rumbles. When you see that tire hit that mat, I need you to get loud, to get crazy. Make some noise for your freestyle motocross riders. And we're going to have them come back around again here for our Monster Jam train. Don't forget to get those pictures, those videos. Use the hashtag Monster Jam. They're going to get ready to fly again. Make some noise for TJ Tiffany, Brendan Reardon, Brett Schwalm, and Greg Duffy. Georgia, for the very last time here tonight, for the very last time on a Saturday, they will take to the air one last time. I need you all to get as loud as you can. Give it up! Georgia, are you ready to fly? Let's hear it for your freestyle motocross riders, TJ Tiffany, Brendan Reardon, Brett Schwalm, and Greg Duffy. Georgia, let's make some noise right now for your best trick competition winner, TJ Tiffany. TJ, congratulations. 2 for 2 here in event number 2. I mean, you took home the win here earlier this afternoon. Do you feel like you're on a roll?
Oh, man, we're having some best backstage. We do upright tricks only for best tricks. See who comes out on top. You guys are so loud out there we can barely hear our bikes. You all having fun or what?
You threw down the rock solid, and that is where you take your hands off of the bike. What does that feel like? What does that split second feel like?
I think that's as close as you can get to flying. I've been practicing that trick my whole career, and even when I'm going to the ramp now, I'm like, oh, I hope I let go. And like, you know, I never know if it's going to happen or not. We got to keep all of our tricks a secret because we're all trying to come out here and come out on top. You guys picked me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
We got to talk really quickly, though. Right now, you're a veteran supercross rider. You've been in movies, TV shows. Did you ever think that the way that you would come out on top, the way that you would bring this to a career, did you ever think that was going to ever happen for you?
Oh, absolutely not. This is a dream come true. I've been riding with these guys for 24 years. I got my buddy Robert Shaver, Sam, and Taylor up there in the crowd. I've been riding with them for my whole career and everything, and same with Duffy. Duffy and I, we've been battling for 24 years now, and I would never think I'd be up here. Getting to travel around with the Monster Jam family every weekend, there's absolutely nothing else like it. We greatly appreciate you guys coming out here, spending your hard-earned money. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Congratulations, he's 2 for 2 now. Let's hear it for your best trick competition winner, TJ Tiffany.
And I've got even better news. You're not going to have to wait any longer. We are ready and set for our next competition, Monster Jam Donuts. Like I said before, this competition also in your hands at judgeszone.com. So have your phones out, ready to go. You can always scan the QR code that pops up on the video board after the donut attempt. You've got 20 seconds to lock in those scores as we look to choose a donut competition winner. So who's ready for Monster Jam Donuts? Here comes Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Give it up for Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Kicking things off here in our Monster Jam Donut competition. He's going to set the tone and the pace for the rest of the field of competition. So now it is up to you to get those scores locked in.
After an uncharacteristic slip-up in the two-wheel skills challenge, Tyler Meninga comes back with a bang here in Monster Jam Donuts, setting the bar and setting the bar very high indeed. But we're about to find out what you thought of that donut coming up here at judgeszone.com. An 8.151. That is a great score right out of the gate for Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. Up next is Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco.
Show some love right now to Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco. You can get scores locked in for that run. Unfortunately, those back tires hit a bit of our Monster Jam pod, so it ended up stopping her momentum. But it looked like it was going to be a pretty good donut run. But nonetheless, get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com.
One of the challenges here in the donut competition, especially in an arena like this, you've got to have great spatial awareness to know where you are on the track. Like Kay said, it looked like she was off to a great start. Those back tires hit the pod and it stopped all her momentum dead in its tracks. Let's see your scores for El Toro Loco. 4.751. That is second place for now. Your score to beat those still with Gravedigger. Coming up next, Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Let's make some noise for Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon. Get those scores locked in right now as he gets a little dizzy out there on the track. And you can use the super glue glued to the action to replay. Nice little aerial view there from Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon. So that should help you get your scores locked in.
Brandon Toluchka with momentum on his side, looking to keep that going during that donut. Had both of his hands off the steering wheel, out either window on the sides of Megalodon, adding to the degree of difficulty. But will it be enough for the top spot? Let's find out. 8.151 is your score to beat with Gravedigger. The score for Megalodon is... we will have a new leader, 8.760. Megalodon back on top. Here comes the Kraken, Nick Pagliarulo. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. I've been told by the Monster Jam officials, because the truck shut off, he was not yet in his attempt. They will give him the opportunity to refire if he can, to try to complete a donut attempt. But the key phrase right now is if he can. You can see one of our USHRA tech officials checking on the truck, now underneath, no doubt talking to Nick Pagliarulo, and you can see the loader start to move a little bit out of the tunnel. And it looks like the run is over. Ladies and gentlemen, that is some bad luck right there for Kraken and Nick Pagliarulo. He will not get a score at judgeszone.com. Once again, that will go in the books as a DNC, a did not compete. We're not sure from up here exactly what went wrong with Kraken yet, but we will definitely keep you guys up to date as to what is going on. Kay, you've got a little bit of a better vantage point than me down low. Do you know anything as to what's going on with Kraken and Nick Pagliarulo?
I'm still waiting the word right now about what is going on. I mean, there's definitely no power, so it may be an electrical issue there. Not really sure, though, but there was no power, so that would be what I suspect right now coming off from Kraken.
Obviously, we are pitted inside here at the Gas South Arena, but, you know, there's been some storms that have blown through in the last couple days. If those trucks were outside at any point, sometimes moisture gets into those Monster Jam trucks, and we've seen it before. It can creep up a couple hours or even a couple days later.
Yeah, most definitely, and especially also the humidity can play a big factor in your Monster Jam truck as well. The thing I'm a little bit worried about is they're going to have to use literally downtime between the competitions and, of course, in between these Monster Jam drivers here in the donut competition to diagnose whatever the issue is.
Let's take a quick look up at the video board, and everybody watching at home, keep your eyes fixed on your computer or your TV screen or your phone for the donut competition leaderboard up to the second. Of course, Megalodon looking to win 2 competitions in a row. He's put himself in a good position, that's Brandon Toluchka, but not necessarily an insurmountable score to this point, 8.760. That run pushed Gravedigger and Tyler Menninga down into second place with an 8.151. 1, which pushed El Toro Loco down into third. And of course, Kraken not on the video board, but right now that is a DNC, a did not compete for Nick Pagliarulo. So he's going to find himself at the bottom of the leaderboard here in Monster Jam Donuts. We still have 4 more competitors to come. Back into the action this time with Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2.
Some noise for Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2. Scoring is now open. You see those ribbon boards right now. Judgeszone.com, the code DUL. And listen, if you've not started scoring, this is the perfect time to start scoring at Judgeszone.com. You can also use the QR code. And of course, take a look at the video board for all of your replays.
Okay, to that end, the more fans in the stands that lock in scores, the more accurate, the more fair those scores then become. In the meantime, let's see what the fans who are scoring at Judgeszone.com came up with for Just Get Her Done 2. 7.441. It's a good score, but it is not enough for that top spot. He will take over third place for now. Coming up next, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur.
Let's hear it from Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Get those scores locked in right now. You've got about 12 seconds left. And of course, use that super glue glued to the action replay. That will be your best friend as far as reliving that moment there out on the track. You've got maybe now about 3 seconds left. Time goes by quickly here at Judgeszone.com.
Yes, indeed it does, Kay. And like I said earlier, as soon as the ribbon boards go red, that is your cue that the 20 seconds has started. So you want to work quickly. Let's check out your scores for Excalibur. 5.560, fourth place right now. Score to beat, though, still with Megalodon. Here comes Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
was Logan Ashline and Monster Dalmatian. After a 1-month break, she is back in action and now awaiting your scores here at judgeszone.com. Was it good enough to take the lead? It will be up to you and only you to decide that here in just a moment. We will see the fate of Logan Ashline and Monster Dalmatian.
Turn our attention up to the video board. A good shot right there inside of Monster Dalmatian. Before we see your scores, remember the score to beat right now belongs to Megalodon, 8.760. The score for Monster Dalmatian is 8.734. Close, but not enough. She'll take over second place with just one truck to go. And here comes that final truck. It's Tony Oak's Thunder Roris.
Let's hear it for Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. John, from my vantage point, it looked like he was not able to keep those tires up on the ground, and thus having some issues there trying to get a really good consecutive donut.
I agree, Kay. You know, sometimes once you get spinning in the donut, getting those tires off the ground, at least two of them, creates an incredible moment. We call that a cyclone, but you've got to get the donut started first, and it seemed like he could just not sit on the throttle for whatever reason. Maybe the tires weren't catching the dirt the right way, but either way, these fans got to lock in those scores. And we will turn our attention now to the scores from judgeszone.com. 6.604. That is not going to be enough, and that means it is 2 wins in a row for Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon. Like I said before, Monster Jam fans, it is turning into quite the night for the man running out atop center pod right now. 2 wins in a row for Brandon Toluchka and Megalodon.
Brandon, with this win, you're currently leading in points for the overall event championship. 3 points ahead of Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. So the pressure is on. Congratulations, though, by getting this win.
Thank you. I told you guys that truck spins like a top out there. But I tell you what, guys, this is crazy. I've never won this much before in one event. So I tell you what, Freestyle, when Freestyle comes around, I need you guys to get crazy and wild, because I'm ready to get crazy and wild for you Monster Jam fans. So you guys ready?
They are definitely ready. I know you're ready. Let's make some noise for your Monster Jam donut winner, Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Take one final look right there at the winning donut from Megalodon and Brandon Toluchka. Congratulations to him. Like I said before, 2 in a row. And let's see what that's done to the chase for the overall event championship. And quite honestly, it has done a lot. Of course, now Megalodon is going to find himself in the top spot, but really the story becomes Thunder Roris and Gravedigger. Because of some of those uneven performances in the last 2 competitions, they've fallen a bit back. Thunder Roris is 3 points away from first place. Gravedigger 5 points back. Certainly not insurmountable, but with only 8 points left in our final competition, they definitely have their work cut out for them. Speaking of which, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Logan Ashline, she's got 14. She is still in contention as well. And so is Excalibur and Mike Pagliarulo with 13 points. He has an outside chance for that overall event championship, being 7 points back. As far as the bottom three, Kraken, El Toro Loco, and Just Get Her Done 2, they are looking to play a bit of spoiler for that overall event championship and maybe walk away with a freestyle win along the way. Speaking of, freestyle is coming up next, where our drivers have 60 seconds, 1 full minute to come out here and tear this track apart with their most impressive freestyle run. But keep in mind, a driver must complete at least 15 seconds of their run to qualify for a score at judgeszone.com. Once they do that, as the official judges, you're looking for use of all the obstacles around the pod, creativity, flow, balance, momentum. You're always looking for the technical moves and the combinations that you fans know and love. And we're talking about freestyle. We're always talking about that little something extra, the wow factor.
I am hanging out with my new buddy, Blake, and not only is he hanging out at Monster Jam, but it's his birthday. He just turned 8 years old. Is there any other birthdays in the house? We got some birthdays. All right, on the count of 3, we're going to say happy birthday to everyone in this arena, all right? 1, 2, 3, happy birthday! Big shout out to everybody having a birthday. All right, Blake, we're going to play a game. It's a trivia game, all right? So we're going to listen. We're going to see the trivia question, and we're going to see if you know the answer. You ready? He's ready. Okay, let's see the question. All right, how much does a Monster Jam truck weigh? Is it A, 2,000 pounds, B, 6,000, C, 12,000, D, 25,000 pounds? Now, John, my co-host, he said it earlier, so what do you guys think it is? A, B, C, D? Do you think you know the answer?
C.
C, 12,000 pounds. He said it with a lot of confidence. So let's see if that is the correct answer. Drum roll, please. Brrr. It is C, 12,000 pounds. And guess what? I'm giving you 4 tickets to come back to Monster Jam, but you have to go down south to Atlanta Motor Speedway next year, all right? And make sure you lock in and check those dates there at monsterjam.com, and we hope to see you at Atlanta Motor Speedway. All right, Duluth, I need your help to get freestyle started. I need everyone to take out their cell phones and light them up. You're going to mow up and down with the beat, starting right now. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. We have reached the pinnacle of tonight's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Let's make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve, El Toro Loco. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Kicking things off here in Monster Jam Freestyle. She will set the tone. She will set the pace for the rest of the Monster Jam Freestyle competition. Get those scores in.
Great run to kick things off. Chelsea Van Cleve right there. And a good ovation to go along with it. The question is, will she earn a good score as well? Let's see. Yes, she will. 8.596. That is your score to beat. Up next, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur.
Let's give it up for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. A few seconds left, and turn those cheers into some scores.
That run had to feel good for Mike Pagliarulo after not qualifying for a score in freestyle earlier this afternoon. He comes back with a vengeance in a big way, finishes the run, but now it's time to find out what you thought of that run from judgeszone.com. Let's see. 7.002, a very good score, but only enough for second place here today. coming up next, it's Tony Oaks, Thunder Roaris.
Let's make some noise for Tony Oaks and Thunder Roaris. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com.
The big time Morgan and Morgan backflip from the big man. And he gets out and takes a triumphant bow. Will that punctuation mark on that freestyle run be enough to give him the lead? Tony Oaks has been so close to competition wins, not just tonight, but all day long. Score to beat 8.596. Your score for Thunder Roaris is new leader, new score to beat, Tony Oaks.
All right, we are hanging out with my friends Camille and Mia, and what they're going to do is they're going to dance to try to win a prize, all right? And I'll tell you just in a little bit why you had to dance, but Duluth has got to vote to see if you deserve it, okay? So the pressure is on, all right? So we're going to hear some music, and you are going to dance. No, you're not going to. Okay, we're going to have your mom dance, though. Okay, you going to dance. All right, ready? DJ Josh, play the music. Oh, we got the whole section dancing. All right. Okay. All right, what do you think, Duluth? Do you think she got the moves? They're supporting the moves. They are supporting the moves. So guess what? Your mom just won you 4 tickets to Disney on Ice. Let's dance. There you go. See, that's why we had to dance, right? You had to get ready. It is happening Thursday, September 26th of this year, so just in a couple weeks. So you are going. There you go. Make sure you take your mom, though. Thank you.
Here comes Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
All right, let's make some noise right now for Logan Ashline and Monster Dalmatian. Scoring is now open. You saw there was a little time left out on the clock, though. Not really sure right now, John, what is going on with Logan Ashline, but she's already out of the truck. So let's show her some love right now.
Leaving a little bit of time on the clock, 10 seconds right on the nose. And here's yet a little bit of issues with the shifter inside the Monster Jam truck. And you can see the JCB Dirt Squad coming out to recover that Monster Jam truck. But in the meantime, we will check out your scores from judgeszone.com. 6.769, not a bad score. Fourth place right now. Okay, you know, we look at Thunder Roris and the run that Tony Oaks just put together. That's going to put him in contention for that overall event championship. Only 3 points behind. If you take a look up at the video board, we still have Megalodon to come, so it's all in front of Brandon Toluchka. Up next, Alex Barton, Just Get Her Done 2.
Make some noise for Alex Barton. Just Get Her Done 2. We need you to get those scores locked in right now for Alex Barton and Just Get Her Done 2. Looking for his first competition win this weekend here in event number 2. Get those scores locked.
Working quickly is the key, but you know that. You've been doing it all night long so far. Now you're turning in scores for that man right there on the big screen, Alex Barton, filling in this weekend for Brendan Toluchka, who is filling in for his sister, Michaela Toluchka. A little bit of a truck swap going on, but let's see your scores for Just Get Her Done 2. 7.150, a very good score. Third place right now. It's Nick Pagliarulo cracking. Hang on just a second, ladies and gentlemen. You can see another one of our US HRA tech officials showing him to fire, now giving him the hold sign only just now. Remember earlier on he had some issues in the donut competition. They seem to have been resolved at the moment, at least enough that he thought he could attempt to compete here in freestyle. But right now that truck just will not fire. But right on cue, there it is. A good run so far and a good ovation for the effort. 7 seconds remain on the clock. If he can refire. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been given word that the run is over. Let's hear it for Kraken. Turn your attention to judgeszone.com. Not a second to spare. Lock in those scores for Nick Pagliarulo. Working hard out there just to get that Monster Jam truck to compete here in freestyle and put together a very good run. Let's see your scores for Kraken. 8.064, a good score as he will take over third place. You know, Kay, you got to feel for Nick Pagliarulo. Some issues here in the second half, but he is able to put together a very good freestyle, and that ends with a very good score, third place for now.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kraken, not the freestyle that we're usually known to see from Kraken, and of course the Pagliarulos, they're known for big air, they're known for taking a lot of risks, and I know that's not something that Nick Pagliarulo wanted to do right here in Duluth, especially with the history he's had here, John, winning competitions, winning some overalls as well.
Absolutely. This is his fourth weekend competing here in Duluth. Of all the drivers, he has the most experience here. And it's just interesting, especially going into tomorrow. Obviously, his team is going to have literally all night to work on the truck as much as they possibly can. But it seems like Kraken is not 100%. And he's somebody that truck, you know that truck very well. So I'm not sure if you have any insight as to what could be going on.
Definitely not hearing anything as of now, but of course, I had said, I think there's some power issues there going on with them, maybe some electrical things like that. But all four tires are rolling, so we're not seeing any planetaries, probably. We're not seeing any axles at the moment, in my opinion. So, of course, we'll just have to wait and see.
And while we have the downtime, a quick shout out to our JCB Dirt Squad. We've seen them a lot here in the freestyle competition. That usually means a lot of chaos, which I know some Monster Jam fans love to see. Shout out to JCB Machines, of course. They are the providers of all the recovery equipment and also all of the equipment that builds the Monster Jam tracks all over the world. Coming up next, he is looking to win 3 competitions in a row. He is looking to walk away with the overall event championship. This run could be make or break. Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Give it up for Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon. Second to last competitor here of your freestyle. Second to last competitor of your freestyle competition. We are close to crowning an overall event champion. We're close to crowning a freestyle winner. You are just moments away here from finding out the fate there of Megalodon. Get those scores locked in.
The scores for Megalodon are going to loom large, not only for freestyle, of course, but for that overall event championship. Right now, 3 points in the lead. Let's see your scores. 8.252. It's a great score. It's third place for now. Score to beat, though, still with Thunder Roris. Closing out the freestyle competition in old school fashion, the reigning freestyle world champion, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
For Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Get those scores locked in now at judgeszone.com. Our final competitor, you're about to crown a freestyle winner and your overall event champion.
Tyler Meninga refuses to be outdone. He didn't love the way the attempt went in the two-wheel skills challenge. He says, I'm going to go for it not once, but twice more. I'm going to execute, and I'm going to combo out of it as he looks to bookend the night with a competition win. Let's see your scores. 9.266. It is a great score, but it is not quite enough. That means that your freestyle winner is Tony Oaks Thunder Roris. But was it enough for the overall event championship? All the points from all the competitions have been totaled. 25 in all. Your overall event champion is Tony Oaks Thunder Roris. The freestyle win was the difference. They tied, and we have no ties here in Monster Jam between Tony Oaks and Brandon Toluchka. So now he is able to walk away with the ultimate tiebreaker, the freestyle win, the overall event championship. Tony Oaks, Thunder Roris.
Tony, congratulations. You took the freestyle. Now you took the overall. And you did it with really a lot of competition here. I mean, look at everybody. Congratulations, you deserve this.
I couldn't have done it without these guys. Man, they worked their tails off on that Thunder Roars truck. They got water balloons sailing in on us over here. But man, we had rear steer issues on the very first event. Ran through 2 rear steer pumps. These guys worked their tails off. It's all because of them that we're standing right here right now.
Congratulations. Let's make some noise for your overall event champion, your freestyle winner, Tony Oaks Thunder Roars. You got one more thing to say.
Duluth, let me hear you roar!
Congratulations goes out to Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris, snatching victory from the Megalodon jaws of defeat. He is able to walk away with the overall event championship and close out a great night here in Duluth. And the best part is we get to do it again tomorrow to close out another exciting weekend here in the Gas South Arena. For my co-host Kay Young, I'm John Sapanaro. On behalf of Feld Entertainment, we'd like to thank you all for coming out. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get it loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. That's right, we got the green light.